Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to replace the stabilizer bar end links and the bushings on this Opel Corsa C from 2003. The main purpose of this stabilizer is to distribute the weight of the car when you turn, for example, on the right. You'll notice that the weight of the car will lean to the right, therefore on the other wheel, on the other side, there will be less grip. Therefore, this bar will distribute that weight from the right wheel on the left as well, and it will give you better handling and will prevent body roll. It's also a safety component of the car, and it will also contribute to the ride comfort of the car. So these little things can be very important. So the first step is to lift the front of the car and place it on jack stands as high as possible. With a 17mm socket, undo the bolts of the wheel, and down here you can see the stabilizer bar end link, which is connected to the strut. It's quite easy to get access to. However, what is not easy to get access to is the rubber bushings, which is located down here. But basically that rubber bushing is holding on the frame with a small bracket with two bolts. So it's a good idea to first remove the end link. So I'm gonna check the size of the new one. It should be exactly the same, and it is. So with a 18mm socket and a 17mm wrench back here to hold the bolt in position. Oh man, this is stuck in here. I'm gonna use a breaker bar. There we go. Alright. Now down here, it's basically the same story, but this can be quite difficult to remove because it's almost impossible to put any wrench in here. So what I'm gonna do, I will simply cut it out. So let's kick it out like that and wait for it to cool down. Make sure that you don't touch that. Now it's time to get under the car, and down here you get the best view of this bracket which holds the rubber bushing on. So unfortunately we've got here E12 bolts, which are kind of difficult to get access, in a sense that you cannot place your ratchet in here, so you will have to improvise. And I'm gonna use this adjustable wrench, and it kind of works, but it will take a lot of time, so you need to take your time as well. Normally it should work with a 10mm regular wrench with a 12 point. Usually it will spin, and it does actually, but when you break it loose, that's the moment when you apply the most torque, so you will most likely round up a little bit the bolt, and therefore you will not be able to open it loose with this 10mm 12 point. This is the easy bolt to remove. The difficult one is back here, very tight spot in here, so you kind of need to put your right hand and position always the ratchet on the head of the bolt, step by step, and finally it will come out. If you are unfortunate that, let's say, this bolt back here is rounded up completely, then is not much you can do apart from opening this bolt up, and then you will pry out this bracket, and therefore you will force somehow to remove the rubber bushing. And of course, in the same way you're gonna put it back, you will probably need to bend this bracket. One bolt is out, the second one is out as well. Gotta remove the bracket from the rubber. Now you can use some brake cleaner or penetrating fluid, something to lubricate the surface between the rubber and the bracket in order to remove the bracket from there. So I'm gonna use my homemade penetrating fluid. Here it comes, the bracket is out. Now let's push out as well the rubber bushing. Now I'm gonna install the new bushing. Just slide it all the way. Just align it with this second bracket down here. Now let's slide the bracket on. So it's very important to lubricate it, otherwise you will struggle a lot to place this bracket on. Now it's time to install the bolts. I'm gonna use new bolts, and this is the size of them in case you want to buy new bolts as well in advance. Alright, so as you might know, it's impossible to know everything from the first time, so it's much easier to place this hard to access bolt into the threads first and then put the bracket with the rubber bushing on. Now let's place the bushing. The brake line is in the way. After a lot of struggle, that bolt is on the threads. I can tell you this is very uncomfortable, but that's the idea of these videos. I need to show you as well these parts of the job, not only the nice parts. Finally the bracket is secured and the bolts are tight. Finally it's time to install the new link. So I'm gonna remove these plastic covers, and we've got down here basically a 16mm socket counter nut. First make this bolt move, so place it into the hole and break it loose like that. Now it's easy to adjust and direct the bolt onto the hole. Now let's place the nuts. The new ones have a 19mm nut. I tightened it a little bit up here. Now it's time to do the same down here. I will use a shorter socket. Hopefully it will fit in here, and it does. So now the sway bar is stable and this job is done. So yes guys, that's how you replace the sway bar end links and the bushing on this car. The most difficult one was replacing the bushing. But anyway, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.